Hey folks, thanks for joining us on this episode of RDP. We've got a great episode lined out for you. First, we're heading down to Kansas to our good friend Tom Manning's Duck Club, and then we're going to head to northern Missouri for a late season muzzleloader hunt.
Well, it's December 16th and we're heading down to Racine, Kansas to do a duck hunt with Tom Manning. Tom owns Manning Construction Company in the Kansas City area. He's built some schools for us. Rob's with me here, Rob Gardner. He's assistant superintendent for our school district. And I guess it's been about 8 years now we've been working with Manning Construction. He's got a really nice duck club down here. Blake is meeting up with Gabe, who's Gabe's construction manager for Manning Construction, and they've been duck hunting down in Missouri. They're meeting up, and then they're heading over to Racine to meet us. We're stop, pick up some barbecue, and grab a quick bite to eat, and then we'll be in the duck blind later this afternoon.
Gabe and I were on the Missouri side duck hunting that morning, and then in the afternoon we jumped across the border, headed over to Tom's Duck Club, and met up with the rest of the guys.
Well, we've made it down here to Racine, Kansas. We've got the pools right behind us. There's about 200 ducks sitting back in one of the pools, we've been told, so we're pretty pumped about going out, getting all loaded up, and we'll be out there in about 30 minutes. We got the monkey off our back here. We got one down. Tom's here next to me. Tom, tell us a little bit about your setup that you got here down at your duck club.
Well, we switched it around a little bit this year. We we rimmed the entire pool with corn and then planted beans in the middle of it. And the theory is that we leave the corn standing and we harvest the beans, and we use the income from the beans to pay for the diesel for the pump. But as you can see, the drought we had this summer, the corn didn't do worth a darn.
Well, the birds didn't come into the pools like we thought they would that evening, but it was a beautiful evening. And after shooting light, we decided to head back to the lodge and kick our feet up for the night.
We could sit out on the front porch and wait for the sun to go down. Or we could jump into the pickup truck and crank it up and ride around. I could race you down the main street. I made you at the old courthouse. Or we could buy a bunch of beer and knock them back until we all pass out. Here's to old times when the soul plays.
Well, today we had a little bit of luck hunting. Birds flying high, blue sky day. Flying late, so they were flying after shooting time, but in the morning we've got a game plan. We've got a good place to hunt, and we think it's going to be a good day. Wind's going to work in our favor tomorrow, so we're hopeful we're going to go out there and bust a few mallards.
RDP is brought to you by Big & J Industries, Boss Buck Feeders, Carbon Express Arrows, Dead Downwind, Frigid Forge, Gorilla Tree Stands, Kershaw Knives, Kill Shot Marketing, Whitetail Properties, and Yo Buddy Archery Targets.
Well, it's about 11 o'clock. Pretty slow morning. I think we only killed 4 mallards and a pair of shovelers, but we just rearranged the decoys. Ice isn't melting like we wanted to for being 37 degrees, but sun's coming out. I think this afternoon's gonna be better. We're gonna get some grub and hit it for the rest of the day. See what we can't do. Chad spent the morning filming most of the hunting. Then later in the afternoon, he decided to pick up a shotgun and see what he could do. Maybe he should have picked up a shotgun earlier and not ran the camera so long. Right here, guys. Right here. He's dropping. Right there.
We're over, I can tell you that.
So far today, we've just shot a few mallards. Haven't seen as many birds as we thought were going to be down. I think a lot of birds moved off the Meridocene Refuge, but beautiful place. Still got some hunting left to do. See if we can't kill some birds, and then we're going to head up to northern Missouri and try to shoot a deer with a muzzleloader.
The Gorilla Exotech G30 harness will change the way you think about tree stand safety harnesses. The adjustable form-fitting design goes on so easy you'll be suited up in seconds. Light and breathable, it gives you a custom fit and all-season comfort. The extra-long 30-inch tether gives you the maximum range of motion and more freedom. The Gorilla Exotech G30 safety harness. Get it on. Available at these fine retailers or go to GorillaTreeStands.com.
It is mid-December here in Missouri. We're right here in the midst of the muzzleloader season. Jordan and I are up here in northern Missouri, getting ready to head out to one of our farms, sit over some standing beans in a nice little enclosed redneck hunting blind, get out of the elements. It's just been nasty the last 2 days, so hopefully they're coming out and hitting the food. We'll see in a couple hours.
Sitting in that redneck blind about 80 yards over there, but someone swapped the key out on me. I thought I grabbed the key that said box blind, but wrong key was on there, so we're settling for this ladder stand. It's actually a little bit closer shot to these beans, so it might work out better for us. We'll just see. We got about 2 hours left of daylight. Hopefully Big Boy steps out.
It don't blast from a shotgun. I see me disappearing tonight. Ain't no two on me. I got a chance in hell to take my life. I spend most of my nights down back.
After about an hour of weathering out the rain, I spotted 3 bucks across the creek up on a hillside about 300 yards away.
Two shooters.
Shortly after we spotted these bucks, one of the shooter bucks and 2 of the younger bucks decided to jump across the creek and head out into the beans for an evening snack.
He's walking down right now. He's down in that creek. Waiting for him to pop out of that creek. It looks like a good 10. High 130.
Across the field, from Montana down to Mexico, trying to find a better way. See our names on railroad posters.
Done. Did you get him? Too much smoke. Did you get him?
Only 2 deer ran away. I think I dropped him.
Attaboy.
I think so.
Yeah, I didn't see him run off.
As you can tell from previously before, we didn't get to hunt out of that redneck blind, so that left Jordan with only one option, and that was to freehand the camera. The footage of the shot was a little shaky, but the smoke pole ended up doing the trick.
Well, let's climb down and go see. I can't tell if he dropped in those beans or not. It's pretty hard to tell. But only 2 deer ran off after the smoke cleared. Whew, it's cold. I'm shaking, man. It's cold. I'm wet. I'm cold. And I hope we got a deer dead in those beans. Gosh. That was a big puff of smoke. They were right downwind of us, dude. I'm glad we sprayed down with that downwind, because with that north wind there, that wind was blowing right over top of them. I was hoping they weren't gonna smell us, but sweet. Smoke City, baby. That is Smoke City. That smoke pole just dropped. What a deer. What a deer. I hope he's not too broke up. Well, late season muzzleloader hunt here in Missouri. Jordan and I got set up in this bean field. It's freezing cold. got set up in this bean field, and we saw these bucks up on the hill, just kind of bedded down. They finally came down to the beans. Strategy here is a late season bean plot. That's why we do these things in the summer. Leave these beans in for them. Just this is powerful stuff. These deer came out here to eat a little something. That's that. Good deer. Good buck. He's broke up here. These guys have had a rough year, but nice late season buck. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, again, this farm proved to be a great example of why you manage your pressure. We had taken 2 bucks previously on this farm before I shot this buck with my muzzleloader. It just shows that putting in hard work and diligent planning, putting in these late season bean plots, proved to be a very, very important factor in determining the success of this hunt. Now be sure to keep in touch with us on Facebook, and thanks for joining us on this episode of Reality Driven Pursuits.
Now grab your hand and you say wait. I say no, girl, it's way too late.
We've been playing games for weeks. Now I'm ready to play for keeps.
No, tonight we're gonna set the world on fire. I'm gonna set aside my pride. Not gonna be the